Okay. I know you've read or heard about that game, movie, or comic, blah, blah, but you haven't heard it from us. So chill, relax, let us talk all about it before you log off.
All right, we ready? Are we doing this thing? All right, let's start the show then, everybody.
Okay.
I am Sir Aaron Carter, and you're listening to Before You Log Off. I'm here, of course, with Steven Gutierrez.
What up?
And Adam C.
Hey.
Wow.
Last time was really high pitched, so I thought I'd change
So now you thought you'd try to add some baritone to it?
You're welcome.
Aaron's not the only one with the sultry voice.
We had a whole episode planned out.
Yes.
Before I realized that I dug myself so deep into the scandal that is this video game that we wouldn't be able to really cover it all on one episode. So it might have to be a two-parter, but of course we always have backups like Batman. And
You're disgusting.
don't hate on him.
I wore this shirt on purpose, by the way.
The Joker? Wow, he's wearing a Joker shirt. I don't
Because
understand.
I have a Joker belt as well. And somebody commented and said, "Oh, I didn't know you liked the whole Batman thing." I was like, "No, I dislike Batman so much that I support his
That's
his
terrible.
greatest
Jesus.
nemesis."
That's horrendous. But a lot of crap has happened in the world of geek and gaming and stuff like that. So we're going to go over none of it. We're actually going to be doing. Now we'll do some of it, but we'll. And after
I wrote
Is that, oh, well, I guess we're backtracking then. All right.
after we do all that stuff, we're going to pick up where we left off and do the second movie in our X-Men universe, recreating the universe of X-Men. I saw the trailer again today, though, actually, for the Dark Phoenix. Yeah, I wanted to vomit. I wanted to literally
It's the
vomit.
kids series, right? That's what they're doing.
They
find a series and then they shat all over it.
they're doing so bad. They're doing so bad. I don't even want to get into it. Do not want to get into it. Anyway, another thing I wanted to say though, because I think this will be coming out Saturday.
We'll try to stay away from tangents. As
If
much as
you
possible,
are
okay?
in the Sacramento area,
Hey, local.
Monday the 24th, February the 25th
Yeah.
is. You know why I got 24th? I'll explain why I got 24th second May. But anyway, the 25th, Monday 25th at Oblivion Comics and Coffee downtown. We'll be doing a Jeopardy-esque trivia style game called League of Extraordinary Guessers.
I like it.
Right?
Yeah, name's pretty good.
Name is pretty good.
Name is pretty damn good.
So if you would like to join the league, you can head on to Facebook, to Oblivion's Facebook, or actually Before You Log Off's Facebook. There should be a link down there for you to sign up. We're accepting teams of 4. Space is limited. Do it ASAP. It should be Monday, the 25th, February 2019, 6 o'clock, Oblivion.
Do we have time to join? Are we able?
You
to
still have time to join, yeah.
Or- no, I mean, can we join and destroy everybody? Just
You
come
could
and surprise guest, like
You could try.
just hella sneaky mustache and just.
If it's
And
just
at
your
the end,
finger.
reveal yourself. It's me.
It's terrible.
It's Adam. And then he just jumps out a window.
The reason why I said February 24th is because I've been, of course, reading or listening to Harry Potter, and it's a significant day in the Harry Potter
February
verse.
20
February 24th is a significant day.
You-
Yes.
We're gonna pause.
Welcome back to the show called Tangents, everybody.
Pause. So in the book, it's a big day.
It's an
So
important
it's-
day.
It affected your
So
life.
it's affecting your real world
It
life.
did bleed out a little.
How far down the nerd hole have
Well,
you went?
here's-
How many
here's a-
wands do you own by
Here's
now?
the problem because only 4. The problem
Who
was
are you?
14 inches, Dragon Core.
That's,
Just letting you know that right there.
that's my ASMR that you're talking about right now.
So I thought our event was going to be on the 24th.
Yes.
So I was like, oh, snap. I can, finagle this thing to make it kind of a Harry Potter-esque type
I
of...
wouldn't have allowed it.
At least one of
Now
the
you just have to
categories.
wait.
I would not have.
Now I've got
allowed
to wait a couple of years.
it. I like Harry Potter. Don't get me wrong, but it has infected your life.
It hasn't infected...
We're not even recording a podcast. This is an intervention.
If you
We're just-
if you see me in robes,
What's his birthday? Now I'm thinking about
I
it.
have no idea.
'Cause I think that was the only
Harry
date.
Potter's birthday.
That was the
Or
only
Aaron's
because
birthday?
Every birthday it starts
every
off.
show was like
basically.
his birthday was the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the only date that I know that was important.
Well, no, because spoiler alert. There's there's
30 years later.
the Tri-Wizards tournament is where I'm at. Oddly enough, there's 4 wizards in it. And they have to do these tasks. They already defeated their first task, which was a dragon. They had to snatch a dragon egg, and inside the dragon egg, there was a clue to their next task, which is on February 24th.
Oh.
So, there you go. Moving right along,
now
everybody.
leaving a show called Tangents, everybody.
Moving right along. We got some stuff to talk about. Big things happening in the world right now. Smollett got a... No.
Oh, God. Don't even get me started on that.
No. Big rumor. We'll start off with a big rumor.
I don't know what that is, and I want to ask, but let's just move.
No. The big rumor that the Xbox Game Pass might be playable on your Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty.
I think I heard about that, actually.
6 to midnight. Huh? Did it beat you to it? 6 to midnight? No? Oh, okay. Whatever. No, yeah. So
7 to 8.
So let me check. Yeah, we're at about 11.
So according to the outlets from Direct Feed Games, which is an outlet that's reported a whole bunch of just rumors apparently over the past decade or so, Nintendo and Microsoft are going to be sleeping together.
About time.
Exactly. In the form of downloadable, I guess, streamable content. Yeah. So the rumor, and we're gonna put it out as a rumor because I don't want to be like, oh well, they said
factual.
Exactly.
Everybody.
So the rumor basically is they're going to be putting some of their DLC games down there. So like, what was that? Ori and the
Blind Forest.
Ori and the Blind Forest is one to be heavily reported or whatever, and then that's supposed to be the lead-in to them actually putting the Xbox Game Pass on there.
Kind of dabble with it, see how
it goes, see if you like it. You know, if you don't, we'll take it back, type of thing. But people are so people are speculating since the big man Spencer has always wanted you to see Xbox or Microsoft's Xbox as more of a, how do you say it? Like not just a console, like. This will be for everything. This is in your living room. This takes care of everything.
An experience.
As I guess. So why not be able to be accessible everywhere?
Well, they do have that Xbox Everywhere thing.
But it's only on PC.
Yeah.
That's not really everywhere.
No, I know. This is maybe the next evolution of that. Maybe.
I think they're branching it out to go in more directions than the one. But I'm stoked.
That, like, to me, I feel like it opens the door to crossplay. So,
hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like you could play Switch games with your Xbox people.
Now, I sidebar, I also heard they're coming out with a smaller version of the Switch.
I
heard
sure
that
about
too.
They're coming out with a smaller screened Switch.
Why?
System.
Well, I know one of the things, and they
portable.
probably won't say it, but the current Switch is you can jailbreak it.
Oh, I've heard. Okay.
So the new one
I know what you're talking
is
about.
like they're trying to get rid of that loophole.
I knew they were coming up with a new. I thought they were just coming out with the same Switch, but where it couldn't be jailbroken or whatever the hell they call it.
Well, they have to change
something
because they can't change it because of that.
Well, I thought it was just, hey, we're still releasing the same system. The newer batch is just going to not be able to be.
They did it with the regular Wii.
But they're trying to make they're essentially just coming out with another, the Switch DS essentially.
They're just going to change like I don't even know if it's LCD screen, but
hopefully it's just goddamn controllers because all the controllers on all my Switches are like just lazily leaning to the left.
Is that from playing them too much or something like that?
I mean, I'm on mine every single day, but the other two are doing the exact same thing. I'm switching out Joy-Cons like crazy, and they're just like all messed up. Oh. So they switch that, I'm fine. But the smaller screen, I don't really get because
I don't either.
I feel like
you got Bigfoot hands.
Well, like I'm playing Skyrim.
Big ass gorilla hands.
I played Skyrim for like 20 minutes, and I just didn't like the size of the screen because it was too small for me. But playing Diablo and playing Breath of the Wild, I think it's perfect size. Any smaller than that, I'd rather play it on a big ass monitor.
Well, they probably are thinking like their handhelds are small screen, so who the hell cares?
I just think there's some things you can't like.
Make
imagine
smaller.
playing Skyrim on your original Game Boy. Like,
yeah, but I mean, it's still speculation because we don't know what size the actual screen is going to be if they are coming out with something smaller.
Apparently, the rumor has it
is
it's going to be smaller and smaller than what it is right now, and to me is insanity. But If they were just coming out with the exact same product but couldn't be jailbroken, I can understand it, because if you jailbreak it now, apparently you get banned from any online access.
Okay.
Which a lot of people don't care about.
Yeah,
but
nobody cares about that. Like, because what is online really the selling point for a Nintendo system?
I mean, I paid $10 for a year, so I'm not mad.
Yeah, it's
but,
not. I mean, whatever.
I don't know, but I think that's a dope idea to integrate.
Well, you know who you can't ask about the new Nintendo system? Reggie Fils-Aimé, because he is no longer with the living. I mean, excuse me. Little retraction, everybody.
Whoa!
Scratch that.
Whoa!
Scratch that.
Fast
He
forward
is
10 seconds.
Whoa!
in April. He will be leaving Nintendo of America as president of Nintendo America, and then effectively changing his title, per his words, to Nintendo
Customer.
fan.
Got it.
Terrible.
Yeah. He's been promoted to customer, everybody.
Big Daddy Reggie is what he's.
So was there a
call him,
sex-related
No, this was Mr. Fils-Aimé talking about it's my time. You know,
How long has he been?
he's been there
since
for
like 2004, I think.
probably even longer. The man.
I don't know. Well, I know that was like the first time he's been on like
This
stage.
is the
I think.
guy.
This is
He was
the
on stage talking about all this stuff last time, right?
that
So
he usually always is the guy on
For
stage
North America,
talking.
he's,
North America.
he's
Yeah.
the
Weird.
guy.
He's a weird guy to
It's
me.
weird. He's the man, Reggie, the Reginator.
Yeah, he just gives me some kind of cringe vibes when I hear
Is
him
it
talking.
because you look at him and you feel like he's just gonna pick you up with one hand
He
and
could.
then just fucking slam you?
He
He's
could.
like
On your
12
head?
feet tall, isn't
He is.
Yeah,
he's a giant of a man.
He's Andre the Giant reincarnated.
But Reggie will be successed.
Succeeded?
There you go. Succeeded by his good friend Doug Bowser. No pun intended at all. The guy's real name is Doug Bowser. You couldn't pick a better person
Yeah,
for
no,
Nintendo
That's fucking
than
perfect.
freaking Bowser. You might as well just be like, oh well, the next guy after Bowser is freaking Luigi Johnson or something
Bowser.
like that. Like,
Luigi Mario.
yeah, the Bowser thing died.
Bowsette plug.
Yeah, it died a long time ago. I don't know what Bowser is going to be doing for the company.
Can I read this real quick?
Go ahead.
This Reggie Fils-Aimé thing. So this is Reggie Fils-Aimé, famous Black Nintendo of America president, retires this April. Not only was he the first African American to hold the position, president of Nintendo of America, but he achieved the even rarer feat of being a black man at least partially in charge of Japanese gaming company, arguably the most powerful black person. It just says black every other like 3 words.
First of all,
By the way, he's black.
I didn't know he was black.
Neither did I until this one sentence told me 12 times that he's black. I'm just like, okay.
Don't look at me like that. His name is Reggie Fils-Aimé.
He looks like he's mixed race.
He does like, but not black.
I Googled him real quick, and I was
Okay.
like, oh, okay, because I saw the word black 37 times.
All right.
And then I just went back and reread the sentence, and I was like, why the hell? What is it like?
Hey,
his only
Did you know, guys, that he's black?
his only trait written in this entire thing is black, 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 black.
Like,
Psst, by the way, he's black.
sheesh. Okay. Actually, I like him a lot more now.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be that
and,
guy.
and now, just
Gonna
when
be
you
that
like him
guy.
more,
He's
leaving.
gone. Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Just like every other father.
And who's taking his place? The
Bowser.
white man Bowser. Taking over
Doug,
all the
I don't know.
jobs.
Doug could be
Nah, Doug.
Puerto Rican.
Doug's probably fine. No, this guy's.
He's white as.
Yeah,
okay. Well,
he's-
that's, all right then.
Doug
He-
Bowser, the
he's
white.
as white as Ford Focus.
Wow. Deep cut. So congratulations, Reggie, on a good
black
job.
career.
Yes, good black career.
Ridiculous.
Hope he does great things wherever
For
else
the
he
black
goes.
community, yep.
Actually, he's done great things for the black community already. Gave us a Switch.
Oh my god.
That's terrible. I just put that together and good lord.
Negative things we got to talk about here. Netflix canceling Jessica Jones and The Punisher. Everybody,
Yeah.
Do we not know? Does
get it?
the greater good not know what's happening, or I'm confused?
I think there are those people that aren't like. 'Cause you saw the thing with Eminem, right? Where Eminem was like,
He was upset that
that Punisher was
Punisher.
canceled. Yeah, but I don't think because I mean he's a celebrity. He probably doesn't watch.
He's probably busy.
Yeah,
like,
he's
all
busy.
freaking
You know, so he
time.
doesn't know the day to day of like this is a trend. Like, bro, they're all going the way of the dinosaurs
But
right
I think
now.
what's funny is like we all, for the most part, know what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We,
But it's like not being said. For some reason, when we see these canceled, they're just it's like
Oh no!
They're
Oh,
saying
God.
it in such a way and
Like they're
showing
still
it in such a way
shocked?
that it's like, oh my God, aren't you pissed? Where it's just like, of course they're canceling it.
Well,
like,
people like to get mad.
and it's funny that they're saying the word canceled too, because it's more like they're being pulled to be transferred to another.
But we don't know that for sure yet.
Right, but what happens if that's not true? If it's canceled and then Disney doesn't pick it all up on their what's it called?
Why would you?
Doesn't Netflix just pick back up?
Disney greenlit
No,
them to even work
they can't.
with Netflix, right?
Still a
So
bunch of
you
Dis-
have a
still bunch of Disney
successful,
shit on.
you have a
Yeah.
successful shows,
Yeah.
right? Why would you just up and just like let's just cancel the whole thing?
See, I feel like
That doesn't make sense.
because apparently they have a like a non-compete clause too with Netflix. Like Netflix has one. Like you can't make this on something else as well. But I feel like Disney, if they wanted to get out of something, they could get out of
you
it.
just buy the way out.
Yeah, they have enough money to do all that.
Here's the thing.
One.
Netflix or Disney just buys Netflix.
But this is
You're done.
I think this is how they do a genius way. They could backwards do that. Have another company buy Netflix and then buy that other company if they don't want to directly sell.
Yeah.
Backdoor buy. But I think this is how they do this. I think they keep the actors and create more shorts on their network,
Like one-shot seasons.
like one-shot seasons where all the characters can be intertwined and you follow all the different ones. You don't have to, because we just watched. Did you finish Academy?
Yeah,
Umbrella
I did.
Academy.
I did just finish.
So you know how they can jump around to different characters and stuff. They can do the same thing with the Marvel characters. Did you watch Umbrella Academy?
I have not started yet. No.
So it's really good. Actually,
pretty good, yeah.
It's actually very
It started
good.
playing in my pocket all of a sudden the other day. It was weird.
That means watch it. That's what that means.
Like, where the hell did this come from?
Said you know you want to.
Except don't lean too hard on Mrs. Page.
Oh, spoilers.
I'm sorry. She's
No.
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 Her acting ability. I'm saying.
She could have.
I
like Ellen
love you.
Page,
I
but
love
she-
you. Yes, I love
she
you, Ellen
should have
Page.
been-
But
Real
Cast
real
differently.
quick. Disney worth $130 billion. Netflix $3.7 billion.
yeah. So
So I'm surprised they
So
don't.
Disney's just pulling money out of their pockets. Will this work? It's like $20 billion.
said we need all those shows.
but
Well,
they
they're
just
yours.
paid what 70? Or how much? Not for
Yeah, it was
for
seven.
Fox.
It was like $70 billion, and like, was it like stock or something like that?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
They
it was
paid
like a bunch of-
I'm still
stupid
waiting
amount.
for the Deadpool and Logan to happen. So
Well, it's probably not going to.
'Cause it's
But
canceled.
Deadpool 3 would probably be interesting
because it's all canceled.
because they're probably going to wait until after the merger and then address the merger.
Ugh.
So
But
that'd
it
be
just
great.
seems like a waste. Unless, okay, so here's the thing. When Infinity War comes out, or excuse me,
Endgame.
Endgame comes out,
Terrible.
whatever happens there that will
Restart.
everything, then they'll probably rework something or bring something out. Or they found some type of loophole to where it's like, this isn't break our non-compete
Well,
clause type of thing, because
Hugh Jackman already said he's not coming back.
that's fine. I
good.
don't really want Hugh Jackman back.
Yeah.
I've already picked
I
my
would love
Wolverine.
their
Get him
chem-
out of there.
I have already picked my Wolverine.
I would
Get
love
out
their
of there.
chemistry though in one final movie. Though.
I have already picked my Wolverine.
Who was your Wolverine? You said it was,
Clint
Gene
Eastwood's
Wilder?
son.
That's terrible.
Clint Eastwood's son. Yes.
Scott Eastwood.
Yes. Not
That's-
Gene Wilder. Really, the corpse of Gene Wilder.
Come on,
Gonna
man.
strap a wig to his
First
head.
You watch your goddamn.
Yeah,
mouth
have some
talking-
respect.
Talking about his
Terrible.
corpse.
Some respect.
Terrible.
He's still on the boat scene.
Wow. It's terrible. And no one knows where he's rowing.
Which was
scary.
Which was not a musical, Emma. Let's just throw that out there.
It was a freaking
No, it
musical.
was on the list.
Just
It
deal
has-
with it.
It was 37 genres. All right.
Is Willy Wonka a musical? You know, throw us your answers.
yeah, let's hear,
Facebook or
hear what you
Twitter.
got to say. Is Willy
Tell
Wonka a
us.
musical? DC Universe. Apparently, they're getting the zombies.
Deceased.
Yeah, Deceased is what it's going to be called. I'm guessing they're following suit the same thing that Marvel did with their Marvel zombies.
Yeah, but I don't know how long Marvel Zombies ran for. or if it's still
Ran a good because they wiped all the universes out
Oh,
and
that's right,
merged
that's
them.
right.
But it bled into the whatchamacallit, the main story whenever they did the little war planet thing, because they had a full zombie area of the war world. It was pretty dope. And then Black Panther controlled them all with the Infinity Gauntlet.
I had a great creation for a zombie game, by the way, in the shower earlier.
You made a game with zombies in it.
I made a game
Yes.
with you totally using that song. It's like 6 characters trying to get across, out of town. Trying to get away from the bear.
The bear. Okay.
He gets it. You get it.
YouTube guy on a buffalo.
Oh, I'm
You'll
so
know.
bad. We just touched tips.
That's horrible.
That's gross.
But you
I think
get
you guys are inside each other.
you get
for
to
a second.
switch between characters. So all 6 of the characters.
I already don't like it.
But when a character dies, you move to the different character. So you guys are all trying to move across town quietly, and one of you says, "I'm gonna distract. I'm gonna get their attention so you guys can get away." And you get to control that character and lead them wherever. If you get caught, you die. You go to another.
Where do the other characters
So
do when you're
permadeath.
in the other body?
Did you ever play?
Come on, who are you
Knights
talking
of
to?
Old Republic?
Yes.
No. See, who are you talking to?
I
Someone who
did.
hasn't played Knights
Actually,
of
I
the
did
Old
play Knights of the
Okay,
Old Republic.
so
That's
the
why I
first
didn't
one-
like
I
it.
didn't.
Well, the first one and the second one. You're like 3 characters, right?
Yeah.
You get to put in your functions for what you're gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can switch characters real quick, and then there's already functions put in for that character, but you could either delete them or add to them or whatever. So same kind of concept.
Okay.
There's 6 of you. You're running through town. One of you's fending one off. One of you's unlocking a door. One of you's doing whatever, and you switch between them in the moment. And let's say you're in a battle, and you're like, oh man, I really need to get that door open. So you switch to the other person so you can do it because they're taking their sweet time.
So there's like a mini game to get the door open too,
For example, or they're just
like Fallout-esque type of
the
thing.
computer's taking too goddamn long because
Okay.
for whatever reason. But the person who's fighting dies, so you have to switch a character, right? You switch over, and then once all the characters die, then you could pull up goddamn Arcana bullshit in the game ends.
Game over.
Fucking bullshit. But
Is that along the lines of Obscure?
No,
Where they're all
obscure.
doing something
Obscure.
separately?
No, because whenever you switch characters of obscure, they stayed in that classroom.
Oh, they just.
Yeah, the you could take 2 out, but the rest stayed in the classroom.
Oh, I thought they were. There was a game where they actually. Oh shit! Grand Theft Auto did that.
Yes, they
Where
all
they
kind
live
of
their
live their
lives,
lives
yeah.
outside of.
Outside of.
But he's speaking more of it. They're always in a group type of thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They're doing stuff.
I was just thinking of the seamless switch. That stuff.
Yeah.
and I kind of compared it to Knights of the Old Republic because that's what I remember. It's like you could, if your character died, it said which character you want to go to, this one or this one, and you just switch to one of them. The game pauses.
See, that's where I think it kind of loses some of the urgency then, if in a zombie scenario, because it's like you have that Knights of the Old Republic. What's the other one made by them too?
BioWare?
Dragon Age, because they did the same thing where you can kind of switch between stuff as well.
What I like about it is there's several types of games, but when you look at it, there's fast paced and then there's strategic, kind of slow it down.
Yes.
And as a zombie, rush them, you're like, oh my god, I have to think on my feet. I gotta go. It takes that kind of strategic kind of look of it. Where like we get to pause the game for a second to switch between whatever priority is most important to you. But then it brings it along the point where you're not focused on that one character. You want everybody to survive because why? There's more tasks to do along the way. Especially if you get to a certain point of the game where, for example, you need someone to pull that trigger and sacrifice themselves to cause the scene to get away and stuff like that. Where
Okay.
who am I going to sacrifice? Well, look at my stats, look at my health bars,
Obviously, Caden. Fuck that guy.
Oh yeah, Caden's dead. Like
Look
Keep
at-
Ashley.
look at my stats, look at my health bars, look at who's already been bitten, something like that. Like let me sacrifice myself and go to this. I just think it'd be a kind of a new take on the genre.
have you ever played
Arcana? Yeah,
State of
hated it.
Decay? State of Decay.
No.
That
I'm trying to
game.
think about
Yeah,
that game
that's-
actually.
That game could kind of be like that.
Yeah, it's
Because
kinda
you actually it's the permit. Well, is it permadeath?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
when the
yeah, no,
character
yeah.
died. He's dead.
Yeah, yeah. Your character dies and he's dead. And you could take people out with you, couldn't you?
You can.
You can have like a
yeah,
little
if
companion.
You're not playing.
Yeah.
You're not playing like cooperative. or
And then you
whatever,
would switch to
number
the other
two.
person. It's been done. It's been done. You're done.
But that does open it up. I guess that does open it up to be, if it's 6 characters, you can have 5 other people play with you and stuff like that, and they fill.
I'm always about the co-op. Like hands down.
So
I think it's
if
all
you
about
were
the co-op.
playing online, then you have the 6 characters you can play with 5 of your friends or 4, whatever, how many.
And the
characters
problem
are
is
friends
like so like cooperative. We just got way off of DC meets the freaking.
Welcome to
Horde
Tangents,
thing.
everybody.
But
Zombies.
the
disease.
problem I have with cooperative with video games, I've only ever played one real game that felt actually cooperative,
Splinter Cell.
and no, not even that, because like without the extra person on Splinter Cell, you could still go through that whole thing, couldn't you? The only thing that really you needed the other person was to lift you up
I was just gonna
someplace
say, I was
higher.
like, wait a second, how
That's
you
about it,
couldn't
though.
super jump? Could
But
you?
see, that could be done with a quick like.
Well, what about
ladder.
well, I see, and I guess There are games where I guess it's a necessity to have a co-op. I couldn't name one off the top of my head.
But see, that's what I'm saying, because it's not a necessity. It's just you have all these abilities. We drop somebody else there with you to have the exact same abilities, or maybe some that are a little different, but they're still doing the exact same thing. It's not like you needed that person to get the objective done.
Well, right, but I'm like
It's easier.
League of
with them.
Legends,
It's just easier with them,
5v5.
yeah.
There's a League of Legends bot versus bot where you can be the only player with 4 bots playing against all bots and stuff like that, whatever. Playing with 4 other characters would make it more of a challenge. You would want to play against something that's more of a challenge.
Well, yeah, it's
So having 4 other people co-op.
but it wasn't designed in a way where it's like you need. It was that's just a mode within the game. So like the game I'm talking about is, and I'm gonna play this with Emma. Is oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the freaking name? It's Tomb Raider's Temple of Light. I think it's Temple of Light. We played. Me and Steven played.
I know what you're talking about.
But
the first one was 2 players. The second
one
one
was 4 players,
yeah.
and it was kind of
think that's
worse
the
than
one
we played the first one.
What?
Yeah, we played the first one because one person is Laura and the other person is that Guardian
okay.
guy. They have 2 different abilities. One has like a gun and a grappling hook. The other one has a shield and a spear. And you work
Grappling hook versus shield and spear.
you work together to overcome obstacles in the game. Like you need the other
But
person.
you need the other person.
Yeah, like there's a scene where you have to get over this like large canyon. The guy with the spear, he has to throw spears so Laura can jump on the spears to make it
that's
across
right.
the canyon. There's parts where like you need the other person. So it's like that, and like Portal 2, I would say, is another
You
game
need the
that
other
you do
robot
need
that
the
has
other
the-
person.
Yeah.
So like
It also reminds me of this game where you needed your whole party because if you died, it started you over to the beginning of the game.
Saw 3.
I think it was called Arcana.
You piece of shit.
So
Is that episode up yet?
No,
it'll
it's
be up
not.
tonight.
Can't-
It needs to be.
I can't
I
relive
will
that.
throw
People
that up
need to understand
tonight.
that joke.
Quick enough.
That was the funniest thing in the world.
So
Anyways.
DC coming out with
DC.
zombies, everybody.
Yeah.
That's my game.
I think it's a 6-part.
coming to a theater near you.
It says that it is it's a mini series that'll be coming out. But look out for it if you like zombies and if you like DC.
Yeah.
What's the other thing we got? We got Zombieland 2. Adds Stargirl's Luke Wilson.
Wow.
Really?
Wow's brother.
That's terrible.
Yeah. He's the Godfather from old school.
Yeah.
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 Glad to see he's
For
getting.
the longest, I didn't know that they were brother and brother.
Wait, it says joins the announced Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More filming and TV news. We got Game of Thrones' Natalie Dormer
Hey.
cast as Penny Dreadful's spin-off lead. I don't know how I feel about that
Have
one.
you watched that show?
I've watched the whole series, yes.
Yeah, I liked what's her face, Bond girl.
Oh.
Oh,
Green.
oh my gosh. Doctor Who's?
Eva Green.
Wait.
Talking about the main person.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I
Yeah, I think her name's Eva Green. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's tangents.
Evergreen.
could
Tangents.
not stand that character.
Really?
Let me explain
No,
why.
okay, the character, not the actress.
Not the actress. Yeah. The actress,
Okay.
she did a fine job
There's-
in the beginning.
There's a difference.
Because
In the
she
beginning.
was the hooer of the
No. I could care less about what she was doing or whatever like that. It was the decision she made, and this is totally spoiler. I don't give a damn. When the episode when she was in the insane asylum,
Mhm.
right? You remember that? That was towards
Yeah.
the end of the series,
Yeah.
right? Really good episode.
Totally
First
downplayed
season.
that.
Really good episode, in my opinion. At the end of the episode, it was like this masterful, like, I tricked my enemies into revealing themselves to me. I can fight these people now, right? That's what the whole thing kind of led up to that. She was doing this whole thing like, I'm insane, I'm being tortured. These 2 entities are torturing me type of thing. She does some type of, trick for them to reveal themselves, and you find out it's like Dracula and the devil, right? They come out, they reveal themselves.
Yeah.
And she's like, her attitude switches instantly. Boom, I got both of you. I know now who's attacking me. I can fight back. So I was like, boss.
She understands her enemy.
The
She knows
episode right after that, she gives in to freaking Dracula. And I wanted to punch her in the throat right then and there.
You know how hard it is?
I don't give a... No! This major...
established it was
This
midnight.
major empowering moment for this character. Major empowering moment for this character. And then in the exact next episode, they just say, well, she's just a little old woman now and she can't do anything. It pissed me off so much that I was like, I'm done. She played the victim. And so I was like, I'm so done with that. I'm so done with that.
There was greater things behind
You
the
think she
scenes
put
in
her
that
2
one.
weeks notice?
No, I think that's what it was.
I think like, I'm ready to leave.
I
guys.
think they were done wrapping up the show.
I gotta go film 300.
But it pissed me off so much that they would switch that fast with the character, and I was like, "This is gonna be." After watching that Insane Asylum episode, I was like, "This is probably one of the best moments in shows, like in TV. This is probably one of the best moments." But then, like right after that, and I remember I went right into the next episode, and I was like, "Let's go." And I was like, this is the wackest. I'm like, what happened? What just happened? Like she really did was just like, well, go ahead and bite me. So I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, the writing was good, but I think the events in life take over sometimes. But
I understand, but you can still write your way out of that. You still can write your way out of that.
But I mean, again, so now they're going in a whole different direction. I mean, this is 1938 Los Angeles and stuff like that. So. And
then what are these characters though? Do they actually tie in with the old characters?
It sounds like a completely separate.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a whole new
It's just
story.
in the universe.
But who cares? It's Natalie Dormer. All right.
Which one is
as
she?
long as I see her in the.
She's playing a demon, I think.
Queen. She was the
Knights
queen.
of Philisters and
she was
the brother, or she was the sister of the
Amanda Flowers.
Iron
Fist's sister.
Oh, wait. Yes. The one that
was going to marry the gay guy.
That got blown up, right?
Spoiler, yeah. She turned.
Oh yeah, spoiler. We
green,
do spoilers
green
here.
fire, yeah.
Oh.
That was another thing that pissed me off about that writing too, because they kind of built up like something was going to happen with them. You know what I mean?
They built up like one of three things could happen.
Exactly.
That's the direction they went, and I was not.
You guys didn't like that?
No, you liked it?
That they just killed 90 people at once?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it because it was like that was like one of the biggest moments for Cersei. Even though you hate that character, it was like she won.
I can agree with that.
She took out all her enemies right there. She took out everybody.
Also, she took out one giant,
she took
wave
out
of people.
The high priest.
She took out the high priest. She took out
everybody. It was such a
the O'Driscolls or whatever that family's name was. But it was like so many storylines that they just not wrapped up, but just cut away. That's all they did.
No, they didn't cut them away. She basically there was no need for him because their story ended there.
If she would have gotten rid of just the Sparrow and like that kind of group, that would have been totally fine. But the fact that it was like everybody in one spot, it was like I don't feel like Natalie Dormer should have gone out like that.
Yeah,
I thought she was becoming an integral part of the show.
Yeah.
But she was a thorn in her side. It was like
I get that, and again, it goes back to Cersei, and it's we're getting to the final season, so they're making it more focused.
But
they don't want 37 like.
But why do any foreshadowing? Because she did a whole bunch with her and her mother.
And then stop it.
And then just throw it away.
Well, the mother still played a role later on.
She had a one-liner to be like "F you, I'm dead."
Yeah,
that was it.
Which is possible.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome.
That's pretty.
But like
to that end, there's again two ways they could have done: build this character up to make it like go above and beyond, or build it up to be like surprise. Cut her feet out under,
and then it's like nobody's safe. Again, you get that realization that
I'll
nobody
co-sign on
is
that.
safe. In
I will
this world.
I will co-sign on that.
I felt it was just a good like okay, how can we close the budget real quick, kill off everybody at one time, all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
I was blown away because I didn't see it coming.
Wow.
So were they.
Terrible.
Too soon.
Terrible.
Aaliyah.
Oh.
And
we are not going to make this a thing. We're not going to make that a thing at all. No. Sheesh.
It's just I don't know. It sucks because you have a lot of these shows that go on for seasons and seasons and seasons, and again, it's like they have the ability to do so much. Granted, the books only do so much, and blah 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 blah. And it's like you see one thing that you expect, you want to happen, and all of a sudden they're just like, boom, this is what we're gonna do because we have an episode limit to reach and all that kind of stuff. And they did what they just. I swear to God, I didn't know that. I don't know what's his face was going to jump off the castle.
Oh no, I saw that. I saw that coming.
I
saw that a mile away. I'm like, you took away his
It just cracked.
His warmth.
I thought he was
And
going to
he's
turn into
done.
like a second Joffrey. I thought he was going to be like the
Nah.
nice kid who was like, all right, now I have to be this way if I'm going to survive. And he just said, I'm too much of a puss for this world. I'm just going to
Yeah,
dip
nah,
out.
yeah. As soon
He's a
as
piece.
as
Oh
soon as
my
I
God.
saw that he was being manipulated from multiple
Every
sources,
angle,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I was just like, well, then he's got no mind of his own. When he chooses a side, like if he had chose his mother's side, then the blowing up of the sept and all that type of stuff, he would have killed
God,
himself.
I hate Cersei so much.
But-
Sweet Jesus.
But since he chose Dorman's side, I was like, he lost his
Dormand.
Is that her name?
Dormer?
Dorma.
No, not
What's her
Dormer.
name? How you say it?
Natalie Dormer.
Natalie
Dormer.
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 Normer. Yeah.
Farm.
Which were the
Fire-
Tyrells. That's what they were.
The Tyrells, yes.
The Tyrells.
The O'Driscolls.
That's-
So they're, I don't know. We got to figure out what's going to happen at the end of this year because all the episodes should be released, right?
Sidebar, number 13. I hate how they brought the what was it, Rhaegar Targaryen? What is it? Jon Snow's real dad.
Okay. What?
I was expecting a whole because they're coming out with
A
prequel
prequel.
shows
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That actor they used in the
Oh.
fucking devastating. They really.
He looked like he had
It was funny because I was watching when it was coming out.
age hit him hard.
It was when the episode was coming out. People were doing like all this art of like what he should look like and
Well, because he's
And all
supposed to
this
be
kind of
like
stuff.
this, like elegant.
right,
Like,
and
handsome
it ended up
man.
really just getting. Do you know the
They got border fucking ogre lady to play him.
they got Lady Penis Border to come.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Would you?
No.
Ah.
Adam's like just the sex scene.
That's terrible. But no, the other brother, Danny's other brother, the one who got the golden.
Oh, Viserys.
yeah.
He looks spot on. It looks like they just got the same
Just got
actor.
the same
to just
guy.
come
just-
out.
yeah.
And I was hoping they were just gonna get.
After they pried the metal off his
Oh
face.
my god, that cracked me up. But
I
yeah,
don't know if I'm gonna watch the when and if they do they come out with the prequels. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it
I will watch it and then I'll go off the first couple episodes. You can pretty much.
because it's one of those things. Like I think I've said it plenty of times before that I don't really like prequels
Because you know where it's going.
because I know where it's going.
You know
yeah.
where the lead up is.
I guess I'm on the different side because what I feel like is they'll like Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, whatever. They have a certain time and they talk about all this stuff that's in the past and you're like, I'd like to see that. I'd like to know what happened with that.
If
like,
it's
like, like seeing Obi-Wan or seeing Ben Kenobi in Star Wars, you would want to know his backstory. You would want to see all that kind of stuff. You'd be like, what happened when
if it has
Vader
nothing
was
to
out.
do with what happened in the actual
Well, they didn't say.
series.
They didn't say like a time frame.
I
So
thought
I
it was
don't-
just the war,
I don't think it's.
the Robert's Rebellion. I thought that's what was going to be the prequel.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna.
Yeah.
Well, if they do Robert's Rebellion, that's
Yeah.
a badass storyline. So
well, yeah,
that's
with
just
the
solid.
the Mad King
all
and all that kind of
combat.
stuff.
I mean, it's kind of been told to me though.
It's been told.
But you haven't seen it.
If you want your audiobooks, Aaron,
Yeah.
go get your goddamn audiobooks.
That's
but,
what I'm on. That's exactly what I'm
no,
on.
and that's what I think we talked
Maybe
about before.
Mr. T will read this one to you.
You and I talked about all these authors
Ice-T, not Mr. T.
creating their universes,
Yes.
like the George Lucas, the J.R.R. Tolkien, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think what happens is it's tough to sit there and just create a whole damn universe at one time, where it's easier to create something, see how well received it is, and then expand off that. So obviously the books are created, they do well. I think that, in my opinion, the TV show raised it to a whole nother level.
Okay.
Now, I think that they could create so much more than that. They could make it a whole universe and go much deeper than they have already.
I mean, whenever I speak about universes being created,
She took my damn beer.
I speak about so like let's say Star Wars. You can have a whole story on the Skywalker family.
Because he created a movie.
Yes. So Skywalker family storyline done. Without the Skywalkers, we can focus on something else in that same universe, and it would still have the same impact as us showing the Skywalker family. And they've been doing that now. Because there is a Skywalker in the newer ones, but it's not focused on the Skywalker legacy anymore. right? No, I guess what Ren.
It's always.
Damn you, Ren.
These are. Well, no, I mean.
No, she's not Skywalker.
Well, he's got the basic. He's a family member. He's got the blood.
Yeah.
He's Leia's daughter. I mean, son.
You're talking about Ben.
Yeah,
yeah. I thought you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I was
it.
confused.
Kylo Ren. Kylo.
I thought you were talking about Rey.
Kylo Rissian.
Ben Solo.
So, but I still think they could do something, entertaining. Like I said, I mean, they could just do anything else in the universe because it created so much lore around there.
And that's again where I come in with the Old Republic and stuff like that, where it has nothing to do with the Skywalkers at all.
But see, none of that stuff even
But
interests
it has
me.
to do with the what?
The oh no, not the Old Republic. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the war. I'm thinking of the
You think of Mandalorians or something?
no. I'm thinking of the Clone War stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Old
thinking
Republic
Old
is
Republic
old
thousands years
yes.
ago,
Yes.
where it's just a different timeline where it has nothing to do with Skywalkers at all.
Yes.
That to me is 1,000 times more interesting because it's just about the Sith, the Jedi, and then that's where they really start talking about like the Mandalorians. That's where they talk about where people who don't have Force powers that were able to affect the Force sensitive people without having to do with any.
Like Donnie Yen.
he had Force
Rogue
powers.
One, right?
He had Force
he's very
eyes,
much
right?
in tune with the Force.
Yeah.
I am one with the Force. The Force is one with
yeah,
me.
but he didn't. Like,
No, I'm talking about like in the
he
video
wasn't a
game.
Jedi.
There were Jedi killers. There were Jedi assassins
Oh,
where all they did is block themselves off from the Force.
I misunderstood.
so
I
you
thought you were
couldn't
talking
read
about
their-
people that weren't Jedi that used the Force.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, people that weren't Force sensitive that had a big part with swaying the outcome of the war and stuff like that. Where it's just like in the current, it's like if you're not a Jedi, that's why what you guys call him, Boba Fett. What was it?
Vulva Fett.
Boba Fett. That's what.
Sheesh.
I think that's where people found him badass because he's a bounty hunter in times where everyone had like Force powers and a lightsaber
He had a flamethrower.
and
It's pretty
and
sweet.
grenades.
Pretty sweet.
I don't know, and I think that's what they could do. There's been a lot that's been said in the books. There's been a lot that you've seen on the TV shows, and I think there's just so much more with the world they could show. Like I even think they could do the First Men. And
What do you mean? What do you mean
Back
the
to
first
Game of
one?
Thrones.
back to Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Sorry,
going all
tangent
over the
number
place.
37.
Yeah.
To
Wow.
bring it back
Tangents
to
again. Keep
to Game of Thrones.
to like after they do this.
Actually, got out of shoot. Are we even talking about Game
No,
of
we were
Thrones?
talking about Penny Dreadful.
No, we're talking about Penny Dreadful.
Hey,
Go
Natalie
ahead.
Dormer.
Go
Dormer.
ahead. Go
All right,
ahead.
Natalie
Go
Dormer.
ahead.
And then she's related to Kevin
Kevin
Bacon.
Yeah. All right.
6 degrees.
Terrible.
Anyways, they could if this is well received, people want more of the universe. What he's gonna do? Keep writing books just till the end of time,
I mean,
or they
Yeah.
can just come out.
People
with,
are gonna buy them.
they're gonna come out with a movie, or they're gonna come out with more seasons of. If again, the First Men, all that kind of stuff. There's so much they could do because they've already laid so much groundwork. There's enough for them to talk about other things. But
I think the only, I don't know.
anyways, next subject, right?
The only prequel that I think I can even get down on is the what was it, the motorcycle gang.
I don't think that's a prequel.
No.
Sons of
I'm not
Anarchy,
talking about the
Mayans
new
thing?
one. That's
Mayans?
after. That takes place after the events of the original.
Mayans, right?
Yeah, the Mayans.
Yeah.
I'm talking about if they did the
Oh, the
original.
first 9
the
thing.
first 9. Yeah,
Oh,
that is
okay,
probably the
yeah,
one that
yeah.
I could probably watch because I think it's like an old Republic thing.
I can only see that being a one season
Yeah, maybe.
thing. It's like
Of what? What 9?
It's
the
Sons of Anarchy.
Universe prequel.
I mean that's all I had actually for the news things. So
Sweet.
what do you want to take a commercial
Talking
break?
about Negan?
Yeah, mine's.
Oh, we didn't.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah.
We didn't talk about Negan being in Tekken
Tekken 7.
7.
because I'm sorry, it's not relevant anymore.
Hey, Shaggy's on Jump Force. All right.
All
that's
right, no, a mod
That's
of
a
Shaggy
mod,
is on
yeah.
Jump
That's all that
Force.
matters, baby.
That's terrible.
But this
1%
looks
power.
out of place.
So
Like,
okay, I might piss off a
really
lot of
bad.
people. I don't really care about fighting games. All right, that's just
That's just your opinion. Bro.
okay. It's definitely my
That's like-
opinion.
Your opinion, man.
But here's the thing, though. Why do they matter?
What?
What do fighting games matter?
Yes,
Because it gives people joy.
I mean, everyone
People
has
like-
their own genre.
I guess.
Everyone likes their own brand.
But here's the thing that I think I'm confused on is the lore of them. That's what I more mean of why do they matter. Like, people are like, the story of this, the story of
the
that.
King of Iron Fist
What was
tournament.
It should just be about the one-on-one fight right then and there. Like, I don't care about the story. I don't care
back
why
to, like,
Ryu
when
is
Mortal
fighting.
Kombat came out for you and me. It was the tournament. Beat this person. Beat this person. Beat this person.
And then you read the lore inside the little booklet.
Right, but
Yeah.
I think what it's turned into
that's
is one of my friends from work has said he will only play the new game depending on how the campaign, depending on how
That's
the story is.
horrendous.
And
For
it's
the
like-
fighting game?
for the fighting game
For what?
because it brings it outside of, like, for Call of Duty, for example. Like, I love Call of Duty Online. I loved it. I played it all the time, but the campaign was important to me because I played the
Up to what end? Or to what
to
Call of
beat
Duty?
it on the
No, to what Call of Duty? Because they all weren't important. They stopped at Black Ops. Let's be honest.
let me see.
Yeah.
World
Water War
all the
good.
way up to Black Ops 2, I think, is when I.
Ooh, that's sad. Black Ops 1, then that's it. Like, the rest was... I don't think the rest was important.
I didn't say it was a miracle. But
There was one... What was the one with Stabler in it? From SVU? He was in
that
one.
the Infinite
Superman?
or the one in space or whatever?
They were the one. It was the one where I
Was it
think you
Ghost.
where you lost your arm in a robot battle.
Oh,
and-
that was Black Ops 2.
yeah. So I didn't care.
No.
Like Black. Why do you think they have no story now?
But I think that's what because I'm an RPG fan, so I mean,
Okay.
like
Story's important.
Like
Story's important.
story.
Yes.
So to play other games where I play the shooters and I play all that stuff, it's if the story's terrible, then I'm all about the online play because like campaign doesn't mean shit. But if I want to play it by myself, then I want to play something that it's going to be compelling and brings me back to it. Whereas if I go back and play Mortal Kombat 1, what's really intriguing to me? What's really keeping me there other than
the fatalities. That's what's
Whereas
keeping you
I
there.
play
The
the newer
story
games.
for Mortal
The
Kombat, though, they're all linked.
Yeah, I know they're
the
all
next
linked
games,
and everything
it's-
like that, but I just
so
I find it hard pressed for people to be like, "Oh, I've been waiting on this story for Mortal Kombat for ages. What happens to Liu
right,
Kang?"
but it's one.
Well, he died, and then they brought him back as
comes
a
back.
zombie.
This is the
and then-
ebb and flow of Mortal Kombat games. You die, you come back.
And there's a difference between the people who play Street Fighter online, just play Street Fighter, just 1v1.
Yeah, it's competitive thing. Yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
And the people that would want to play a Street Fighter where you're, I don't know, battling through whatever tournament for whatever story. There's two different kinds of people, two different kinds of players, two different kind of outcomes.
I
So-
wonder if those people really, really like then like beat 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? Your Streets of Rage. Your
Oh yeah.
You know.
But there was
What was that piece of
where's
shit?
the competitive?
What did you play the
part
other
of that,
day?
though?
Oh, it's what did
Oh,
Steven
Wildcats?
play? Wildcats on the
Wildcats.
Oh, yeah.
SNES.
Yeah.
Yes, like those games.
It's good.
You can
It's good.
you can
Solid.
throw. You know, if you threw the depth of a fighting game into something like that with a story, then I think you got something.
But then it's not a
special there.
fighting game.
Have
Okay,
you,
I know that's fine.
People want fighting games.
Have either of
Just,
you?
it's not your cup of tea. It's
no,
like
I
racing
understand.
games.
I understand.
Not your cup of tea, but somebody
no,
out there
to this
loves
day,
that
I
shit.
understand. I understand why people like racing games, but there's nothing else you can do with that. People, I'm sorry.
Have
Your
you
racing
ever
games have
played,
reached pinnacles.
It's like your FIFA, Aaron.
I know.
You
There's
love
nothing
your
else they can do.
FIFA.
The only thing I'm
Well,
waiting
maybe
for.
Adam is more of a Madden fan.
The only thing I'm waiting for FIFA is for the Sacramento Republic to get in that
I'm more of a
game.
Blitz man myself.
I will buy
Oh,
2
see.
copies
But,
and bronze one.
Have you ever played a game of
That's
Smite
terrible.
where you, I don't know, 3-4 games in a row where you lose,
Yes.
not your fault whatsoever. Some 1, 2, or 3 people on your team is just complete ass,
Okay.
and then you say, you know what? I'm gonna go play this game by myself. Or I'm gonna go play this RPG. I'm gonna go do this. You're like,
Usually it's a night ender. Like, okay, I've lost 7 times in
That's
a row.
what Netflix is for.
Kinda, yeah,
but you lose,
purge.
you lose 5 games in a row, and
Yeah.
you're like, you know what? Even Netflix, for example, you lose 5 games in a row, and it's 8:00 at night.
Okay.
You want to get away from that, and you want to go do your own damn
And
thing.
then the hand.
That's disgusting.
Terrible.
So, for example, I'll play League. I'll play 4 or 5 games in a row, and I lose every single one, and I'm either doing amazing or doing shitty. I'm gonna go play Legend of Zelda. I'm gonna go play Diablo. I'm gonna go play something where it's just focused on what I do, and it has zero to do with the other people. And I think that's the same thing. If you have a game that's meant to be played like Street Fighter, meant you're supposed to fight one other person, where if it had a campaign, a story mode, to where you can say, you know what, I'm gonna stop playing with other people. And I'm gonna go play this on play against a computer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It has more of a functionality where you can play AI or by yourself, where it's not forcing you to go play a different game. Like when League of Legends is done, I'm not gonna go play bots. I'm not gonna play me and 4 bots against 5 other bots. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go play a whole different game entirely. Whereas League of Legends, if they had their own whatever content to where I can go still play the game, but play it by myself, they're still getting my money or my time or whatever.
Here's the big question.
Take your time.
But why male models?
Why male models?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how we spun off into this
You
thing.
serious?
That's
What day is it?
how did we get
February
here?
24th.
How did we
Wait
get
a
here?
minute.
How
Wait a
did we
minute.
get here?
Answer the question.
Sounds like we need a commercial break. That's what it
Yeah, it's
sounds
fine.
like.
Where is
Because
he?
everybody's getting a little mad.
Everyone get your popcorn.
Tell you the God honest truth, I don't know. We're at 53 minutes now, everybody. And we were supposed to go into the X-Men thing.
What happens when you get 37 different topics that you know we're going to start talking about? Game
I
of
didn't
Thrones
know.
for
Steven made
45
all the
minutes.
notes tonight. All I did was add one extra thing.
One of the notes
too.
literally said Jessica Jones Punisher gets canceled.
First
Duh.
Steven,
That's literally what I
You
wrote.
know that this show is called Tangents, so you know that if you have more than one subject,
why even do notes?
you know that if we have more than one
And
subject,
see, this is why I didn't want to go into the other thing, the deep dive into the other game, because
6 weeks.
I've already got 12 pages on it.
I would have been late to work tomorrow.
And if you're
And this would have been the first paragraph.
yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, when I started reading it, like when you guys listen to at home, whoever's listening to this, when you listen to the episode where we dive
Mom?
deep into the game,
So, hi, how are
like the rise and fall, and then I got the conspiracy block of it. It goes it's nuts. I've almost lost. So I've almost lost some good
Oh, yeah.
some good relationships over this thing. It's that in
we
depth.
should have done our Superman versus Batman tonight. That's what we should've
I
done.
mean, we'll
Oh my God. No.
I mean, we.
No.
That's
Don't
gonna
put me
take
through
6
that.
weeks.
That's another one.
I
There's
feel
a lot
like
of
it
things.
will come to blows.
Nah. We've
We've talked about it too much.
I mean, I don't see any problem with trailing off if we're good on this one. We don't have to do the whatchamacallit. I know we promised it in the beginning of the
Yeah, we
show.
totally
I
did.
feel like we have a lot to prove. I mean,
I mean, we can record it on a
we
separate
have
one.
7
Yeah,
minutes.
well,
we can
that's
talk
what I'm
about a
talking about.
subject,
Let's
right?
do
We
that.
don't have 7 minutes.
How long has it been?
we now have about 5 minutes, if
Oh,
anything.
okay. We're twiddling thumbs.
No. We have to plug a lot of
Yeah.
things here. We still have to plug the YouTube channel where we're uploading video content. We have 2 videos that
I am not patiently waiting for.
Adam had a grand of a time with the game that he picked, mind you. He
I've
picked.
already
Picks.
called the creators,
He
and
picked.
You found them?
they are uninventing it as I speak.
We're working on. Bear with us on the audio because the audio is a little up and
It's a
down.
work in progress.
Yeah, we're work
Yeah.
in progress. The whole thing is a work in progress. And then Steven has a video too of him playing a video game
Getting
as
his
well.
ass
A lot
beat.
of let's plays going on.
Well, I'm pretty sure I made it to the second part of my game.
Hey,
What did you do?
You go
Where's
fuck
your
yourself,
boss
Saturday.
fight?
Oh, and then we're also we're going to be streaming. We're going to be streaming up here soon. Here we're getting the Twitch channel up and ready so that we can stream some video games for you guys, so you can actually see us live and interact with us live. Everything is all before you log off. Like there's nothing
Across the
that
board.
there's nothing that we don't have. That is,
MySpace.
YouTube is Balo Network.
no, it isn't.
That's what I had to type in.
I will double check that right now, but it should be.
Which
before
one's
you
the
log
liar?
off.
Find out next episode.
Stay tuned.
Well, I guess yeah. Well, I mean, it's always links are everywhere. If you go to our Twitter, it should be linked there. If you go to our,
we're gonna post it up, and
Yeah.
then if we don't, go ahead and ask. Like, hey, what's any new videos? We'll probably say no.
and then if you are listening to this on February the 24th,
Fifth? Oh, fourth.
don't forget that we are also going to be doing an event February the 25th at Oblivion Comics or Coffee on Street, right across from the
Oh,
cathedral.
you literally have Google in your hand, man.
Yeah, but it's not fast enough here. So it's going to be awesome.
Klaatu,
The
Barata, Nicola.
Terrible. So it's on 11th Street.
11th Street, 11th and K.
1020 11th Street.
11th and K. Is it 11th?
I believe
K and-
so.
K and
Because
12?
K is right there.
I've been there 1.5 times.
It's a good place, man. I
a
like
good
to go
place.
there and write.
Until I get my red carpet.
Yeah,
entrance.
the Ray Palmer's.
The Ray
delicious.
Palmer drink is pretty
pretty good.
delish.
I just saw that Emma's got her thing there.
Emma will be there Saturday. I'll be there
The
Saturday.
23rd.
I'll be at work. Come find me. That's all I got.
Yeah, no,
Plug
okay,
that.
okay, just gotta plug that.
I'll always be in your hearts.
Um,
Always be right there.
yeah, no,
Okay,
she opens out the closing of the month, and we're gonna close out the closing of the month because it's the last Saturday
Sound
of
like
every
some
month.
Hobbit or something.
It's strange.
So I'd like half of you have as well as you deserve.
But again, you guys can interact with us all on the social medias. We got Twitter before you log off, Facebook before you log off, and then
Instagram.
I think should we just post the Discord up on the social medias? The Bilo
Yeah, let's get
Underground.
some people on the underground because we
Bilo
ask
Underground.
questions in there and
Actually,
have them do stuff. Actually, I'm not part of that. I haven't gotten my
they
invitation yet.
the host. I'm the only host that's on there.
Which is fine because you use that for
Crowd
yeah.
interaction type
You
stuff.
said on that you hadn't invited us. Yes, today.
Do have to invite you? Yes.
Yeah. So,
It's-
so don't say that like it's a point
It's-
of pride.
It's a
I'm still.
it's an
the
exclusive.
only
it's
host.
an exclusive one. Yes.
it's in members only.
And
This is the only one.
they do chat it up in there.
Do they?
do chat it up in there.
He's saving it for himself. That's what he's doing.
He's
That's
just
where he's
like-
getting all his good ideas.
It's just him under different
Ooh.
names.
He's got
Let's-
one little room there that
let's-
just has suggestions.
Let's calm down on the good ideas. There, special cases. Pocket Asian has been a very good help, though. I do appreciate all his work and everybody else's that put suggestions
Special
in
cases
there.
is in the
Yeah, you
underground?
know we've got
Special cases
That's
is
why
in
you
there.
haven't
suggestions
invited
from
me in.
Twitter
You don't
and
want to
stuff
see
too.
all his.
So-
What? Everybody was speaking, so I'm sorry. What? Couldn't
Oh
hear.
no, I was saying we had got suggestions from Twitter too. So thank you for those.
Oh yeah, we got to do a Fallout 76 episode because
And I had said that you hadn't invited me because special cases.
if you want to speak directly to special cases, which
I
is
feel like
the
he should
chatter,
kidnap you.
I feel like you're not letting our love blossom. and
I
that's-
am the last person in the world to stand in the way of love. I am the last person. So yeah,
So actually, we brought him here with us
Is that
today.
actually special guest
yeah,
Come in.
in the last 12 seconds?
But yeah, no, we love hearing from everybody and hearing suggestions. The Fallout 76 episode, I don't know how we're gonna get our information without playing it, but we'll figure it out.
We may end up getting it.
We'll figure it out. I like doing.
Correction, I may end up getting it. We'll,
I-
we'll see.
I like doing the deep dives into specific video games, like how I just did with this other one. I just spent a week researching this one video game, and if we could do that for other video games, maybe newer ones that are coming out, then that'll be
That's what we
interesting. I'd still want to do an ongoing series of failed games. That
Still waiting for the Tetris 99 to.
that's not
That's
going
not
to
gonna
fail.
fail, yeah.
That's not going
It's
to fail.
Tetris.
I
The
saw
game
somebody-
is ascended into
I literally
godhood
saw
for
somebody
video
streaming
games.
it today, and was dead
I
serious
still see
into
people
it.
stream Dark Cloud from 1999.
Good games are good games. You can't keep a good game down,
No,
sir.
I love that game.
Yeah.
I get shit about it every single day of my life.
Oh, and then we got to do the retro Let's Play stuff too with the Xbox. Because
Okay.
yeah. No, I
As
gotta.
long as I haven't or what it was, Arcana's not on there.
Well, we've got thousands of games to go through,
Oh,
and
man.
Abe's Oddworld. That's what I want to.
and then more debates. Of course, we got to do another X-Men episode. It's a lot of stuff. So anyway, that's definitely enough.
Are we logging off? Or
Yeah, no,
before you log off?
I know. Like I said, I knew it was going to go on a friggin'
Tangents before you
tangent.
log
But that's it.
This is Tangents After Dark, everybody.
Somebody's just sitting there waiting, like, shut the hell up! I want to go. already."
Yeah, okay, all right. Then we'll wrap it up right there. For Adam, Steven, I am Sir Aaron Carter saying that is enough of the internet today. And don't buy Ford because they were Nazis at one point.
But that's another story
That's
for
a whole-
another time.
Yes.
Goodbye.